Hey guys, I am back with a new video today. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my Gunlancer endgame spec that I'm going for. As you guys know, I'm tier 3 Gunlancer. I play the red Gunlancer. If you guys don't know what that is, I have a bunch of videos about it. But the red Gunlancer basically is the one that takes more damage but deals more damage, while the blue Gunlancer is the one more tanky one. But I play the red one. I'll show you guys my spec. If it's your first time here, it won't be a last. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe. I put MMORPG content, and right now it's be a lot of Lost Art content, so tune in for that, and let's jump right into it. So here we have the new update just hit, and of course, I had to get the skin. Look at me, I look badass, you know. And blue is my favorite color, so this works really good. Even the weapon, look at that. Boom. But that's not what you're here for. You guys are not here to look at my Gunlancer. So it's funny because I'm the red Gunlancer, but I'm going with the blue, you know. Doesn't make sense. But let's jump right into it. I want to show you guys the skills I'm currently using. Now, the red Gunlancer basically means you're usually mainly using the red skills, you know, the more damage skills, and you use a Lance of Judgment. And you use what you call it, the Lone Knight Engraving. This is my engravings. We go more into my engravings and everything soon, but I just want to show you guys my skills real quick. So I'm using Charge Stinger, you know, weak point damages, basically a damage build. I use Gunlance Shot, again, a really high damaging skill. This is the spec. You guys can pause if you guys have to. Next up is I use the blue skill, of course, the Hatred Shout. Now the Shout of Hatred is your aggro skill, basically. This is how you aggro bosses. So at the end of the day, I'm still kind of a tank, so I have to aggro, and this is what I use for that. And I use Open Weakness because basically everybody in my party can do more damage. So I'm also doing a lot of damage, but I'm also helping the party do more damage. I'm still kind of a support for this build. Next up is the Surge Cannon. This is what I have for the Surge Cannon. Does a lot of damage, like a full load. My Surge Cannon do more damage. I also have Supercharge, so it works very good. And eventually, what I'm thinking to have, if you guys are looking at my equipable runes, I'm gonna have Gale Wind on most of my castable skills, like Charge Stinger, Surge Cannon, and so on, so that I can, you know, use them faster. Still casting speed. So that's my first 4 skills. Next up is the Nelassal Energy. I use this because it actually helps me sustain a lot and support my teammates. So being able to put the shield on them and remove debuffs helps out a lot, since you guys know my defensive stance, because of my engravings, depletes really quickly compared to the blue Gunlancer. So having an extra shield is very good. And then I have the Dash Upper Fire. This is the build I have on it. Now, I do have, you guys are probably wondering about my Shield Shock. The only reason I'm currently using Shield Shock, which I eventually will change out for maybe Bash, which is a high stagger skill. But right now I'm using it because I use this for, because you guys see my skill points, right? I use it so to put debuffs on the boss, basically. So opposed defense goes down by 12%, means people can do more damage, right? So this is why I use it. And it's a very short cooldown too, which helps out a lot, right? And it does stagger, so it's not bad overall. And then last but not least, I do have the counter Gunlance. The reason I use the counter Gunlance is every time I successfully counter a boss, I do get a big shield if I need to use it. And if not, I get a damage boost, and it's really nice to just have a counter. But eventually I see myself switching out either the counter Gunlance or the Shield Shock with Fire Bullet when I get enough points. But that's my current skills and spec I use, and of course I use Lance of Judgment. Now for my character build right now. Now my build isn't perfect, but my engravings currently is Lone Knight, of course, and then Supercharge maxed out. I also somehow got Crisis Evasion. This is not something you guys should go for, but I have it right now. Now the thing that I'm looking to get later on when it comes to my engravings, because again, this is not my full build, but you guys probably want to know what to build, right? Now Cursed Doll is really good. Grudge, if you're playing like a blue Gunlancer, Grudge could be good, but since I'm playing red, I'm already squishy, so I'm not gonna go for that. Cursed Doll is really good. And then the last but not least is, where is it? This is something that I will be going for. Master Brawler, here it is. Head attack damage, so head on attack damage. And you're gonna be mainly aggroing the boss, staying right in front of it. So this will be really good for me. So that's the perk I am also gonna go for. So it's gonna be like Cursed Doll, Supercharge, and Master Brawler. And then of course Lone Knight as a red Gunlancer. Now my skills so far, what you want to focus on is, again, my crit is really low because I'm waiting for it to hit 3070, as you guys can see. I'm 1358. I'm gonna wait to hit 1370. I have no alts at all, so you guys are probably like, yo, you have no alts, what? But, and I'm not trying to pay to win, so I just be grinding everything. But when I hit 1370, I'm gonna focus on my accessory and everything. But what you want to get on your accessories is crit. Crit is your main important stat, and then the second one you want to focus on swiftness, skill cooldowns, you know, attack, movement speed, and so on. Now, a lot of people also focus on specialization. You can put a little bit on specialization. So you want to be main crit, then swiftness, and then specialization. But this works better for the blue Gunlancer because, again, it's a shield meter. It helps you with the shield meter, and awakening skill damage helps the red and blue Gunlancer overall. So crit, swiftness, and specialization. Those are the three skills. 1, 2, 3. That's the skills you want to be focusing on. Now, obviously, you know, you want to make sure your engravings don't get messed up, and you don't, like, I have attack speed reduction, but you want to try not to have any debuffs on your engravings. Now, gem wise, is my current gems, they're not that good. They're all tier 3 though, but again, you want to focus on your main attacks, charge, stinger, cooldown, and damage, you know, surge cannon, cooldown and damage. The cards, if you guys want to see my cards right now, I'm using these two. You can possibly go for more of the max HP ones. You get like, I think 12% more HP than 4%. But this is the one I currently have, damage 12% less. From foes that 50% or lower. You know, usually when bosses drop low HP, they do more damage, right? So it works pretty well in like raids and stuff. So this is currently what my gear is like. So my advice for you guys would be to try to get like this stone is not good, right? It has one perk, only supercharge. So you want to focus on getting like a supercharge and cursed all stone, or like a supercharge and what was it again, the all out like head attack one. I always forget the name of it. And the same goes for your rings and accessories. But very important, when you guys find accessories, try to find one with not +3 minus reduction like this one, and try to find one with the crit and skills you need. Right now I'm not focused on that, but this will be very important for you guys to be able to deal damage and do good damage later on, right? And when it comes to your combat skills and your basically your runes, you want to have skill Gale Wind is very important. And then the red one is very known, or like the red Gunlancer is known for stagger. So you want to have Gale Wind on your cast skills, and then on your other skills you want to have Overwhelm for damage. So the way I play my Gunlancer is basically I go in, I aggro, and as a red Gunlancer you don't have the tankiness of a blue one. So you want to be very smart with your shields. You don't want to be using your cooldowns. Like my Shout of Hatred, let me show you guys real quick. My Shout of Hatred has a shield level 3 through my gear. It probably would be more, but every time I use Shadow of Hatred I get a shield for a few seconds, and that shield will be very important because I take aggro. And then when I use this shield, it fills up my bar a lot, my shield meter. So I use that, and then later on when I need a shield again, I use Colossal Energy, and then I use my defensive stance, right? I don't stack them at all. So you want to be very smart with how you play it and how you use it. But that is it. I think I went through most of it. Like if you guys want like a more deeper guide on how I use my skills, how I do combat, I already have like videos on doing the different raids and PvP videos and PvP guide and so on my channel. So if you guys want to check it out, you guys can. But that is my Gunlancer and how I'm thinking about building it. Now going for the red Gunlancer, guys, it is will be harder to play. Don't use it until you're T3 at least, because you'll be too squishy fighting bosses. But you will be able to do really good damage, help your teammates out really well, and it's way more fun and skillful to play. You're not like the brain dead tank that just sits in everything and tanks everything. So that is up to you guys. So that is my spec and how I build it. Definitely try my build if you guys want to. It's really I usually do like second highest damage in raids and stuff, so it's really helpful. And I'm not even maxed out with my like engravings and accessories and stuff, so you know, it helps out a lot. But that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching my video of my Gunlancer, my PvE build, red Gunlancer build, whatever you guys want to call it. If you have any questions, about the Gunlancer, about the game at all, let me know in the comments below. If you have any suggestions for me or ideas, also let me know. I'd love to discuss something about the Gunlancer and talk about it. But that is it. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys soon. Hit the thumbs up, and the subscribe button. The subscribe button is red, just like my red Gunlancer. Come on, guys, give me a like for that pun. All right, goodbye.